Welcome into week 16 fantasy football breakdown. Second week of the playoffs. Merry Christmas to everybody. Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year, no doubt. Playoff times. The semifinal week breakdown heading into championship week. Who had gifts underneath the tree for them on Christmas Day football? Spoiler alert, I did. Let's start off with the first matchup. Rocket Rooster versus Homies with the Extra Chromies. And Keenan's team is on a heater. 134 to 86. Keenan is killing it right now. He had domination up and down his roster. CMC went for 22. Chris Olave went for 18. T. Higgins went for 22. His kicker threw in 17. His team has been absolutely on fire, and he is heading into the championship with a good push. He says he went full Tony Montana on this lead and said, "You need people like me to say, look, there goes the bad guy." And that's him. The bad man keeps winning. And I got a tough matchup next week, I'll say that. Graham was led by his kicker, Koo, with 19 points. The rest of his team really let him down. Travis Etienne had 4.6 points. Cook had 5 points. DJ Moore had 3 points. And Patrick Mahomes only had 16 points. That is not enough to get him a win. Number one team all year long on points scored. Didn't make the championship. Rough. Moving on to the next matchup where another number one seed went down. Down goes Frazier. Bijan Mustard versus Buckle Up Buttercup. I took down Joey 94 to 74 in another week that I probably shouldn't have won, but I did. I'll take it. The Derek Carr pickup for me with 25 points helped a lot. Derrick Henry threw in 20 and Bijan threw in 15 of his own. That was about it from my team. Everybody else was about average, but nothing spectacular. Joey got 25 points from Keenan Allen, and David Montgomery threw in 14, but everybody else was in single digits, and one of Joey's worst performances of the year. It's a rough week to do it. Good season anyway, but no championship. Now let's look at the losers brackets games and who won to get out of the singing competition. First matchup is Megatron J versus I'm a Worker. And Jared finally put together a monster week with 119-75 victory. He was led by Puka Nuclear with 28 points. Jalen Hurts throwing 24. He even had 33 points from Pickens on his bench. He had a monster week. To get out of singing, he was not about that life. Matt was killed by 9 points from Trevor Lawrence and 5 points from Diggs. His other players all did well. But the studs in single digits is not the way to win games. Now, Matt, are you a soprano or an alto? Me. Warm it up. Moving on to the next matchup, and that is Team Stingo versus Cookin' and Mixon. And Paul absolutely tried to win this. He did not have two people sitting out, but it doesn't matter when Mr. Cooper goes for 46 points, bananas. He also got a good game from Lamar with 22, winning the game 107 to 83. And James continues his inevitable march to the bottom of this league. I think James is fond of Disney princess ballads for those who are interested in what kind of songs he should be singing. He did get good weeks from Dak, Gus, Garrett, and Najee, but nothing explosive, and that is not going to be enough to win games. Speaking of games, let's look at next week's matchups. We'll start with the losers bracket, and that is Matt versus James. In the matchup sponsored by American Idol to see whose voices will grace our ears in the new year. And then the championship matchup Of course. I've been hearing a lot that is on my shoulders. And it's a rough one. And I did not know what I was going to say at this point until right now. I did not write it down. It's not on the paperwork. But let's go. I guarantee a win this week. I'm beating Keenan. I'm beating the bad man. Oh, this is going to be good. Champion right here. Let's go. See you guys next week.